tune in and notice, are you out there spinning your wheels? Are you trying to get more stuff, more relationships, more people that love you and adore you, bigger car, bigger house, whatever it is? If that's true, be gentle with yourself and just acknowledge that. And then have the courage to start a daily practice of meditation and really tune in and feel, what is this sense of emptiness that keeps me seeking, keeps me always looking out there? So that's a really great foundation for the topic today, which we're going to talk about healthy boundaries. And I feel like the essence of healthy boundaries begins with self-love. So if we have been, for example, if we have lived a life where we had endured a lot of abuse of some kind, healthy boundaries are not going to seem normal to us. So it's really important that we tune in and we really allow ourselves to understand that we're in a process of learning and we're in a process of cultivating these new habits, you could call them, these new ways that we're going to handle life, and to really understand that there's a lot of healing that may be necessary, especially if you've had a lot of abuse. Many people that have gone through that darkness, they tend to tuck it away. They don't want to deal with it. It's too painful. It's stressful. And so let's just tuck that in, shove it down, and go get busy, go buy a big old Hummer, whatever it is. And so it's really important that we understand that healing that self-worth woundedness, the abandonment wounds, those things that are unconscious, that many don't even understand how much they affect them day to day, that's important to heal that so that we can really embody our power. We can really fulfill our destiny and live a fulfilled and happy life. So on the subject of healthy boundaries, this whole spiritual shift that's happening is very much connected to our self-worth. And it's important that we all understand that we are worthy of love. We do deserve love. We do deserve support. There's a universe that is here that we're one with, and it wants to support us. It wants to fulfill our every wish and desire. And when we understand that and we're in our alignment with our self-worth, then we will understand what feels right to us, meaning right in this now moment, and what no longer serves us. So, for example, maybe you've been in a relationship that at one time was just, you put up and tolerated a lot of abuse. There was people lying to you. Maybe your girlfriend or boyfriend's cheating on you or betraying you or whatever's going on. And you've tolerated that and you tolerated that. A day will come when your self-worth starts to come into full effect. You will no longer tolerate or want to tolerate that. So it's really important that as we're feeling all this pressure to shift, and we can feel it pushing on us. I've seen so many clients expressing how they felt this intense energy moving in and how people have been acting more random and a little more angry and aggressive. And what Source tells me is that this higher wave of consciousness is coming in. And for us to embody that, we really need to release all that resistance that we've held on to for so long to evolve. And so a lot of us are being challenged to surrender old belief systems. Many of us are being challenged to surrender and release unhealthy relationships, release unhealthy thoughts that we hold about ourselves, and these limiting ways that we look at the universe. So it's really important that we understand that we're all going through this together, and it will get easier, it can actually be kind of fun to evolve when we go with the stream rather than fight it. So I think it was the other night in Candlelit Yoga class, I was talking about this with the students in class. We were talking about when life has a wave of energy moving through, you can feel that, and you can, kind of like a surfer waiting to catch that perfect swell, you can just wait for that wave of energy to lift you up and carry you wherever it is that it's now for your highest well-being. Or there could be someone in that same water that sees that wave coming, is freaked out, and thinks they need to control the universe and to stop that wave from happening. And they will go and try to hold that wave back, which, good luck with that. And basically, they create a lot of suffering for themselves unnecessarily that did not have to happen. And so, if we start to learn to go with the flow and we start to embrace the change and just flow with it, life can be very fun, very magical, and our transformation can happen very swiftly. But those that resist and they just persist with that same, habitual habit to stay stuck and stay closed and look at the life that's in front of them from a place of lack, they're going to really struggle. And so I would say, when you're looking out into your movie, I say movie because this world is an illusion and we're all creating it. And I am co-creating the source, what I desire to create, by my thoughts, by my words, my actions. That's creating my movie. And each of you are creating yours as well. And so if we're really honest and we're in our power, there's no sense of victim here, then we can really start to look out from our camera lens as the director and look at that movie that you're creating right now and really acknowledge, is this what I desire? Is this what I want to create? Like, why have I created this? And then allow that higher consciousness in you to express to you that wisdom, that truth of what you've been taught from this experience, why this has happened, how this experience is here to help you and to teach you. And then if it's no longer serving you, whatever it is in your movie, be willing to release it, because we need to really look into our habit to attach and to cling to things. That clinging behavior is really not helpful for us. It's not helping us in any way, actually. And it would be really wonderful if each of us could start to look out of our movie lens with less attachment and more desire for truth, more desire for what is best for me right now. And to not think that that means you're selfish, because I feel that's what so many that I talk to, they have this deep down belief system of, if I love myself, if I honor my own feelings, then I'm selfish. And that is something that you've all been taught by probably parents and teachers and leaders in your communities that were out of alignment, that gave up their power. They gave up that alignment in themselves of truth and to thine own self be true. And now, because they gave that up, they're angry and they don't like it. They're frustrated. So they're miserable. And if they're miserable, you should be miserable too. So that's kind of how this whole pattern happens, is there's these misaligned ones and they project that onto their children, and then the children basically embrace whatever they're told if they are, I guess, in that place to give up that power. And some children don't, and those children often are labeled as bad children, or they're rebels, or delinquents. And often those children, in fact, are very powerful spirits, very powerful spiritual warriors that have come here to really create a shift on the planet. And they came here to challenge the misalignment. They did not come here to submit or conform. And it's really important that we start to look at this on a global scale of how this is happening, so that we can have awareness. But don't be too distracted by the big picture. Just kind of look out every now and then and see that, have time to observe it, and then look into yourself in noticing how you're either catering to that misalignment or you are healing it. Because that's what we're all here to have the opportunity, is either to keep this old system going and to be a part of it, whether it's because we're angry and we're resisting it, we're fighting it, we're talking negative about it, or we could heal it and transcend it by keeping our positive focus, by being the change, by challenging those that are out of alignment with love and with compassion, speaking truth, but not feeling that we have to submit to others that are out of alignment or feeling afraid to speak our truth. It's really important that we know that we are here in this moment for a reason, and if there's something going on around us that's out of alignment, it's important that we can speak up about it. So that's kind of what's going on big picture on a global scale.
Hey, Tanya.
And in each, yes, go ahead.
Can you take a little break and talk to somebody who is calling in?
Yes.
Okay,
What do
so
we have?
talk to Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Hi.
How are you, Dorothy?
Oh, I'm
Hi.
hanging in there.
Yay. How are you
I
today?
thought I'd tune in and see what you were doing tonight.
Awesome. Did you have a comment or a question?
Well, if you're doing any kind of readings, I'm interested to see what my angels might have to say.
Oh. Well, what is it that you feel that drew you in today? Like, what do you feel like the angels are working on inside of you to clear? Like, do you have an awareness of what they're trying to help you clear out of your life?
I think right about now, if they're probably helping me work on getting back on my feet. Say, the situation that I have with my town and my house.
Mm-hmm. So they're kind of helping you to rebuild. Are they helping you to? Have you recently had like something occur that's just like your old movies kind of crumbling, and you're getting the opportunity to recreate?
I guess in a way. I mean, everything I've been having a problem since 2000, the end of 2007 with my town, and it's gotten to that point now where things are really, they're back into a stage of dangerous, shall we say, for me anyway, and where I'm living. But I feel like I'm at a point now where where I need to speak out, or I need to be like a badger and be aggressive rather than sit back.
So, what do you mean by that? Like, do you mean you're being called to stand in your power, speak your truth?
I'm being called to speak up and stand up for myself.
Yep.
I guess you could say. As opposed to just sitting back and hoping for the best. It's time that people really know, the powers that be understood. This is how I view the situation. This is how I view the way things have been, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And take it from there.
Yes. Well, one thing I would say, what I'm getting right away intuitively is that Archangel Ariel, if you start to talk to Archangel Ariel and ask for Ariel to speak through you, to fill you with courage, to fill you with the power to stand up for yourself, to really step into whatever that direction that you're being guided to actually stand up for positive change. If you feel nervous, it's really, there's a wisdom in pausing and calling in your angels to be one with you, to surround you with their love and light, their protection, but to also speak through you with truth and power so that you don't feel afraid and you don't feel like you have to submit. And then just to really tune in and feel and discern moment by moment what they're leading you to do for the best in your life. So I'm definitely getting that feeling that this is a great life challenge for you, to help you. In a sense, it's like it's come here to teach you that you deserve better and you deserve more, and so do others. And someone needs to speak up. Someone needs to have the courage to actually be that change. And so I would really encourage you to call on Ariel and thank her for speaking through you and filling you with her illumination and light, her wisdom.
Okay. Sounds good.
How does that feel to you?
Yeah, I do call on the angels. For me, I will call on the angels. I'll call on my spirit guides. I'll call on bears. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yes.
part of